You're welcome to Mr. Lissu. You've since had 22 surgeries. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling very well. After all these years, a year and 4 months in hospital, I'm out now and I'm beginning to, appear in programs like this one.
Yeah, you say that the attempt on your life was politically motivated. Who wanted you dead and why?
If you want to know who wanted me dead, you have to understand what happened before I was shot. In the 1 year before I was shot, I was arrested and prosecuted in the courts 8 times.
For what?
Sedition, this or that offense of free speech. Basically for criticizing the government, for doing what I'm paid to do as an opposition parliamentarian, as an opposition political leader.
President John Magufuli, he's got a lot of support in Tanzania. We saw the wave of popularity that he rode into power with back in 2015. He's done things. He's taken on these big multinational. He's taking on corruption. From where you stand, we're talking today about an unprecedented crackdown in the country of opposition, etc. Where have things gone wrong?
Things went wrong almost immediately. 3 months into his administration, and President Magufuli banned all political activity, largely of the opposition political parties. And not only banning political activity, but he launched this massive, brutal crackdown on opposition political leaders, activists, members, and what. As we speak today, the leader of the largest opposition party in Tanzania, who is also the leader of the official opposition in parliament, is in prison for sedition, for these political offenses. The entire leadership of my party, national leadership of my party, is facing imprisonment. The members of parliament, lesser officials have been brutally treated. People have been murdered. And I call it murder because that is precisely what it is. People have been hacked to death with machetes in broad daylight. And all this has happened under Magufuli's watch. In fact, with his encouragement. Because 3 months after he was sworn in, he declared on the 39th anniversary of his party that he wants to see no opposition political party by the year 2020. So this is what we are reaping.
So you're saying this is a president who effectively wants to eradicate the opposition in Tanzania?
Those are his exact words, openly, on February 5th, 2016. I don't want to see any opposition party by the year 2020.
Okay, so you're talking about 2020. There's going to be an election in the country in 2020. Do you intend to contest against this man, President Magufuli?
Absolutely.
And why would you make a better president?
Because if we don't, then there will be, it will mean he will have 100% control of parliament. He will have 100% control of local governments. He will have 100% control of the lowest levels of governance in Tanzania. His control would be absolute. And we are not going to allow him to do that.
I want to ask you this before we have to wrap this up. The Speaker of Parliament has essentially threatened to strip you of your seat because you've been absent from the country so long. I want your reaction to that, but I also want to know when you intend to return back to Tanzania.
Number one, I have been out of the country since September 7, 2017, because I was shot 16 times by hired assassins who followed me from parliament to my official residence in order to kill me. Yeah. So I'm not in Tanzania, and I have not attended a single parliamentary session since then because I have been sick. First in Nairobi, Kenya for 4 months, and since January of last year in Belgium, recovering from those 16 bullets.
Okay.
As for going home, I have said it so many times, and I will say it here.
Yeah.
I am not in exile. I have not run away from Tanzania.
All right.
I am being treated When my doctors say I'm ready to go home, I'm medically fit, I will be on the next plane to Dar es Salaam.
Okay, we'll leave it there. That is Tundu Lissu, opposition leader in Tanzania, joining us here on DW News Africa. Thank you to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Christian.